So with diabetes, if it affects your nerves, could the inside of the intestines, with the confusion with like the antibodies and the like vinculin and all that, could the diabetes be impacting the interior lining of the intestines because of the nerves? Or is that like too antibody and I shouldn't be thinking that way?
Well, it's probably a different mechanism, but who knows? There are types of diabetes that have autoimmune components. So especially in type 1 diabetes, there might be more of that. But we think that the major effects on motility and the nerves that control motility in the gut from diabetes are due to glycation. So remember, we were talking about we're using that hemoglobin A1C test to measure glycation. Glycation is when sugar molecules bind to proteins. In this case, hemoglobin in the red blood cells is used as a convenient protein to measure and see how much glycation has occurred, how much sugar has bonded to the hemoglobin in the red blood cell. Problem is, that's not the only place where sugar binds to proteins. It happens in many parts of the body, including in nerves, in blood vessels, in the heart, in the kidneys. And so it causes this binding with proteins. They call it cross-linking. It affects the structure of the protein so it doesn't work properly. And now the nerves don't work properly. And of course, that's whether it's an autoimmune process that's affecting interstitial cells of Cajal and other nerves in the gut, the vagus nerve. We know it definitely affects the vagus nerve when there's glycation. In fact, Dr. Bernstein has a wonderful chapter in his book, The Diabetes Solution. All of it there's a whole chapter on gastroparesis and this effect of high blood sugar and glycation on the nerves in the GI tract. And I highly recommend that chapter if you want to learn more about this. But we think that it's more of that direct effect on the nerves affecting their structure so they just don't communicate electricity properly.
So that leads to the migrating motor complex issue?
Yeah, the vagus has a major effect on migrating motor complex.